Hey everybody, thank you for joining me again for the Live Talk Pro. We are here today with all of these lovely mannequin heads and some systems with perms. So that's where we're essentially going to start the talk conversation about today. Where it goes, we don't know. I'm going to apologize first off for my lovely fingers. If you don't know, we customize women's hair pieces and wigs. And I had the lovely opportunity of putting some lowlights in today and did not wear gloves. So, yeah, if that's distracting, I apologize. Anyway, so where we're going to start off today. So, to start off, we're going to talk about our lovely new permed pieces that we are launching. So, just to give you guys a little bit of information, not everybody is blessed with straight hair. Some of us are blessed with the lovely locks and curls. So we do have a variety of different hair systems now available in stock that you can actually purchase with different size curls. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So the systems that we are using are the M115. So it is an all lace system. This is a 22 mm. So what that means is it is a rod that is 22 millimeters in size. So it's a bigger rod, which is going to give you a looser curl, more of, I would say it's like a nice wave to the hair. These are really great if you do have someone who is going to want to have that nice wave to their hair. Now, keep in mind, I always like to explain to everybody that these systems, once you cut them, curls do pop up a little bit. So when you're looking at them long, once we start to cut these systems, it will actually make the curls look even tighter. So when something doesn't look maybe as curly as you want it, think of it once you actually start to cut that hair, that curl is actually going to be a little bit more formed. So that is something to kind of keep in mind. With these systems here, ideally you would like to use lace tape. Lace tape is going to work really great. And if you guys remember, lace tape has a 2 to 4 week hold. So it is really great with the lace systems. Again, you use lace release to take that off so that you're not pulling any hair through the base. One of the complaints I had just not too long ago was someone was talking about when they clean their hair system, they pull off the tape and hair comes through the actual lace. That is because that hair is kind of attaching, that tape is attaching onto the little hairs, and then when you're pulling it off, it's going to pull that hair through the lace. There's really no way of getting it back in. That's the unfortunate. So you want to be very careful when you're removing any kind of tape, even if it's not the lace tape. It could be the Ultra Hold, the No Shine, whatever you're using on your actual system, you want to be sure to be very gentle when you are removing that tape. So my suggestion, always go in with a lace release. I think I have one. Where is my lace? Ooh, gotta love it when products are nearby. So lace release, really great product if you have a lace system. You want to, so if the tape was all on the system, rather than going in and trying to just rip off that tape, pulling the hair through, you're going to use your lace release. You're going to actually apply it to the other side of the system. That's going to help to remove the adhesive from the base. Once that starts to get a little bit less sticky, the tape should come off fairly easy, not pulling off any hair. So lace release is a really great option to have with any lace system. Keep that in mind, guys. Also too, again, you can use any kind of actual like tape with this piece, or we can use my favorite, Ghost Bond. Ghost Bond with lace systems is absolutely amazing. It gives it that really nice seamless look, so you're not getting the look of tape underneath. Rather, that system's just sitting straight on the head, and it's seamless. So it looks a lot more natural all the way around from the scalp, but that does render the system not breathable after you've put Ghost Bond on the entire head. However, you could go in and use Ghost Bond around the perimeter, then put the system down, so you're still keeping that interior area breathable for any, for any other thing that you want. If you want it breathable for that aspect, but you can still have that natural look around the perimeter. The 115 is a really great system because you can actually customize this to pretty much any size. So this system is going to be really great if you have a client or yourself, you have maybe a smaller area side to side, longer front to back. You can really customize the system to kind of fit any head, obviously within the same shape. It's not bigger than this. So that is one thing that's really great about the 115. So this is a color 1B. Now, I want to explain why having a pre-perm system is better than perming it in-house, because you can technically perm any of our systems to any size rod or whatever you're looking for. The reason why pre-permed is nice is because you're going to keep the actual color intact. Whenever we perm systems in-house, it is a chemical service that you're doing. So what ends up happening, because it's opening up the cuticle of the hair, sometimes you lose the actual color. So for example, if you have a color 1B and you perm it in-house, now that 1B can go even lighter. Now it's looking more like a 2. Then we're going to have to color it again. So you're doing a lot of chemical servicing when you don't need to. So this way, it's actually really great because we can actually go in and order the systems with the curl. It's already done and it's great. And the hair feels great. So it's really nice. So this is your 22 mm right there. We also have, so we're going to go up the list. Sorry, 25 mm. 22 mm. So as you go down a number, the tighter the curl. So the smaller the number, the smaller the curl. So this is our little bit more curly, and this is going to be your 22. Again, keep in mind, guys, when you're looking at this, once you are cutting that shorter, that hair is going to be a lot more curly. So this looks more like almost a wave, but that's going to pop up a lot once you start going in and cutting that hair or styling that hair. If you need any help, you can definitely book a consultation, even an online consultation, in-person consultation, if you're trying to get a better idea what kind of curl would be good for you. So anytime you do that, the technician, myself, whoever's going to have a conversation with you, we could definitely look at your curl to determine what would be the best curl for your system to help you out. But these are really great. And I know when they're longer, they're a little bit harder to imagine than when it's shorter. But yeah, so I always say the 22 and the 25 are more like a strong wave rather than a curl. So it's going to give you definitely that nice movement. Again, you'll be able to kind of have that very full bouncy hair. Also too, this is going to, anytime you perm hair, it is going to actually make the system density seem thicker. So for example, if you're, used to seeing, 100, 110 density, once you put a perm into it, it's going to actually have a very much more, it's going to feel a lot more dense. So keep that in mind. That I know some people are like, wow, I ordered this, but it doesn't feel like that density. It is the same density. It's just once you put a perm in it, that hair is a little bit more bouncy, which then is going to be more fluffy, going to seem like a lot more dense to the individual. So again, 25, 22. Then we have, now we're getting into like the curl. So this one is the, oh, let me put my eyeballs on, 18. So this is our 18. So now we're getting into a lot more of a curly haired system. So this is more of a nice tight curl, which is really great. So if you have more of that curly hair, and the great thing with this is you don't necessarily have to have curly hair yourself to be able to rock curly hair. That's a really great thing. Because if you're going really short on the sides and you're keeping that curly hair on top, when hair's short, you're not seeing that curl pattern regardless. So you could still rock curly hair on top and have really short hair on the sides and the back, and it's going to look perfectly fine. So even if hey, you just want to try some curls out for once, definitely give it a try. This hair is beautiful. Wow. And again, this is still the 115. So it's the same lace system. A system like this is probably going to last you, if you take into consideration and taking care of it, usually 2 to 3 months. Now, everybody's different. Some people get a lot longer out of their systems, and honestly, you people are awesome. But on average, all lace system is definitely only going to last you 2 to 3 months. Curly hair has a little bit more you have to do with it to keep it looking good. You really want to make sure that even though it's curly and you might just scrunch it after you get out of the shower, you still have to condition it a lot. You still want to make sure that the system itself is being brushed through thoroughly. One of the biggest mistakes I see with people in hair systems is they're not actually brushing them. They get very worried about hair falling out that they stop brushing their hair systems. I had one just not too long ago. You want to really make sure you're still brushing through that system. You want to make sure you're getting right to that base. Excuse me, getting out all of those knots, because what ends up happening is it starts to mat, and then it actually will start to scrunch the piece. It starts to feel really weird. You have a whole bunch of matting. You don't have that nice look anymore. And then it takes a lot for your stylist to get that out, or even yourself. And then if you don't get it out, the chances are you might not even be able to save the system. Sometimes, even trying to get those knots out, you're just going to lose too much hair. So make sure you're constantly brushing out your system. You're not going to brush out the curls. These curls are permanent. They're not coming out just because you brush them in the shower. Most hair will loosen up a little bit, but you're not going to lose the curl to the point where it's not going to be there. So make sure, regardless, you brush out your curls just like you would with your normal hair, and make sure you condition it well. And then again, curls are honestly really easy to style. Either you can throw in some mousse, throw in some gel, kind of scrunch it up, leave it alone. If you are going to blow dry curls, you might want to use a round brush, because if not, it's going to get very frizzy looking. So you want to kind of treat them almost like, once it's wet, you kind of play with it, add your product, leave it alone. Let it dry. If you want more of that little trick here, if you want more of those like ringlet looks, that's something you actually do when it's wet, and then just let it dry naturally. So usually what I do is, if the hair was wet, I would go in and just kind of twist it around the finger and kind of give it those ringlets throughout the hair, and then just let it dry. Curled hair is better not fingered too much. Once you start to go in and play with it, I'm just going to kind of show you here so you can kind of see. That's what you start to do. So, you don't really want curled hair where you're going to be constantly touching it, because if you do, you're going to start making it look very, hey, might be your look. So if that's your thing, why not? But if you don't want this kind of look, you don't want to be touching it once it's dry, because it is going to start to get very fuzzy, very, big, frizzy looking. Actually kind of looks cool. But anyway. So that is the 18. Then we've got, getting a little bit smaller, this is the 15 mm. So even smaller in our curl. So this is a nice, tight curl. And again, something like this, you want to kind of put some product in while it's wet and scrunch it, twist it, do whatever you're going to do, and leave it. Don't agitate the hair too much, because you will make it very fuzzy looking. Good conditioner. Little trick, guys, especially with systems, I tend to like to do this also. If you have like a water bottle, like a spray water bottle, you can actually even add just a little bit of your own conditioner that you use in the shower to go in and just add a little bit of moisture conditioner to those systems. Sometimes if it needs a little extra conditioner, that might actually work a little bit better than using your leave-in conditioners. Leave-in conditioners are a little bit more diluted. So if it's feeling dry and a little bit too crunchy, you can go in and add, like I said, a little bit of conditioner to some water in a spray bottle, spray it on, and leave it. It's going to keep the hair nice and conditioned, and it's going to keep those curls looking nice too. Products to use with curls. Mousse, spray and gels are really great. You can definitely go in with a pomade or any kind of paste. They might be a little bit too much for curled hair, but it is definitely something you can do. I like to use definitely, so, wow, that's annoying. Gotta love live. I like to use, lost my track of thought. Anyways, I like to use anything that kind of gives it a little bit of a shine, just because curled hair has a tendency of looking a little bit more dull sometimes. So anything with a shine will actually make that hair look really great in person. And like I said, you don't have to have naturally curly hair to rock a curled hair system, as long as you're taking it nice and short. However, if you do have curly hair, we can definitely match you up with a curled system if that's what you want to do. I mean, not everybody wants to have curls. If they had curls their whole life, sometimes they want them straight. So this gives you the versatility to kind of do whatever you are looking for. Then we got, and again, guys, these are all the same system. So the M115, and these are the different perms. So they're all the lace systems right now. But now, that being the case, you can get any system customized with a curl. So if that's something, if you have a specific system that you have been wearing for a while and you still want to keep with that system, but you want to add some curl to it, we can definitely customize and do that for you. So now the smallest, well, not the smallest, but the second smallest, we have the 12 mm. And again, very, very tight curl in this hair piece here. And if you look, and this is what I want to kind of show in the comparison. Now, if I go with this curl versus I go with this curl, if you look at the two hair pieces, this one obviously looks like it has a lot more density to the piece than this one here. Now, the great thing with this is that they're actually the same density. And that's where I was saying you have to really watch when you are getting more of a curl to a piece. It is going to look like the density is a lot more in the actual hair system versus, you know, something that doesn't have as much of a curl. So keep that in mind. The density will still be the same, but it looks like there's a lot more density with the curlier hair system than with the actual less curled hair system, more of the wave. So that's one thing. Now, you can come in, we can thin them out. So that's not, you know, when you come in to get it installed, we can go in, we can thin this hair piece out so that it actually has, you know, looks less dense if that's something that really bothers you. Or you might just want to rock the curls. Switch them around here. And again, that's the 115. Then, last but not least, we have our afro. So this is our afro piece. This is a skin base, full skin. So this is a full skin. I believe it's the 101, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, 101 skin system with the afro. So this is something that is new. It is new, right? Yeah, it is new. So this is something that is new for the company itself, because before we were using the M108. Was it the M108, I believe, for the afro? Sorry, I'm just having some. Yeah. Yeah, M108, and M103. So now we actually have the skin base, which again is really great because it's going to hold that density, but also you can customize this to essentially any size. So no matter what you're looking for, this can be customized and actually put on anyone that's looking for the afro hair. So that's great news for individuals, because I know that I had gotten some feedback with the M108. Somebody loved how it looked, but they didn't like how it felt. They felt it was a little bit too thick, cumbersome. So this is something that's going to sit on the head a lot better. And again, you know, this can be customized to as short as you're looking for, and it's great hair. So this is something that you can definitely do. Definitely use if you're looking for the afro and you haven't been happy with what you've had before. All right, so guys, those are our curls. Yay. So we're going to put it over to some questions. And we're going to open up the questions here. If anybody has anything to ask today. Oh, high level man. Greetings, beautiful Tara. Rick here. Greetings from Texas. Hope all is well. Questions will my great HD11 be available with longer curls like the one you're holding? I would love it. Oh, I don't know. Hi, Rick. Will it be? I don't know if they're going to do that or not. That is something I'll definitely be putting out to our team, though, Rick, and we can definitely see if we can get you some nice curls in that hair. But see, your hair always looks so good, so I don't know what you need curls for. All right, anything. Vincent, I've always wanted curly hair, but now I'm wondering if it's harder to maintain. What do you think? It isn't and isn't. I would say it depends on how curly you want to go. Obviously, if you're going with something like really curly, yes, you are actually going to have to work at keeping those curls nice and soft. So it's more about the products and how you maintain it on a day-to-day. I don't think that it would be a huge difference. Again, it might be less because if you're not having to actually blow dry and style, it's more like a crunch and go. That might be less maintenance. However, the maintaining, to keep the curls nice, that's probably going to be the hardest part because you do want to make sure you have a leave-in conditioner, but you should have one anyway, and you should really be using it all the time. So it's really kind of, it's a give and take on, is it harder to maintain curls? I don't necessarily think so. I think it's just a matter of making sure you know how to maintain the curls more than anything. But thanks for the question. Sharon, thank you. Please advise how long the perm stays in the system. They should stay indefinitely because this is permanently perm, so it's not... and it's all natural hair. So the curls should stay as long as you have the piece itself. Sometimes I do find that it will loosen a little bit, just like on your own hair when you get it permed after, a month or so, the hair kind of relaxes a little bit. But it should never go away because we're actually going in and changing, the composition of the actual hair itself. So, the hair, this isn't something that's just done and then it'll just loosen up. We've actually, changed the actual hair itself so that it has a curl. So this should stay. There should not be an issue with, it going, straight again by any means. It should really stay on a permanent level. Other questions? Oh, I got second step pursuit, but not happy with them. They are straight. So wondering if I should try the curling. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you're not too happy with the straight ones, definitely focus in on the curly ones. Like I said, we're even going in with, the nice slight wave is even nice. And I even like these also, ones that aren't even super curly, because something like this, if you have a gentleman and he likes to kind of blow dry his hair and have that little bit of a volume or, a swoop to the side, it's going to maintain its style longer. I know I even have clients that actually use round brushes on their own hair. I see them kind of pulling it back to get that really nice pompadour at the front. This kind of curl is actually going to hold that kind of style a lot better also. As Rick was saying earlier, he would like to have something like this. I know Rick does that kind of pompadour look at the front. So that would actually be really good for him because that would actually hold the style a little bit better, having that curl. It's kind of like a memory, right? You kind of put that movement into it. It keeps it, it holds it a little bit longer. So yeah, definitely try one out. See how you like it. It might be a better option for you, Sharon. Caesar, what kind of product can you recommend to eliminate odor in order to keep it fresh before each maintenance? Are we talking about, so my question is this an odor that is from, like, how often are you actually washing the hair piece itself? Sometimes if there's a really bad odor, you might want to change the kind of adhesive you're using. I do know that sometimes when you have an issue with that, it could be because of your chemistry with the actual products, which is causing the odor. If you think that it's very strong, then that might be something you want to address. Most people really don't have an odor to their hair system if they're using the proper adhesive that's not interacting chemically with their with their own body. So keep that in mind. If you're feeling the hair itself is smelling bad, yeah, I would just maybe wash it a little bit more often. Sometimes just, we think we don't need to wash it as often because it's a hair piece, but you're still getting the sweat from your head and whatnot. So sometimes doing that. I do believe we had a product, and I can't think of it offhand. We did have a product at one point that was for odor. I'm going to see if Danielle can find it while we're talking. And if she finds it, then I'll let you know. But there was a product that we did sell at one point in time. I think was more like a refreshing spray, a refresher spray. A refresher spray. So I'm going to have Daniela take a look because I don't think I have it on my shelf here. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see if she can find it. If not, I hope she can. Oh, the order for instant hair, nope, not that one. Yeah, I don't know offhand, but you can look on our site because I do remember there was something like a refresher spray, something that kind of helps with the odor. If anybody in the chat knows, please let us know. That'd be great. Because there are things out there that we do have. So, sorry, I try to keep track of all the products. Sometimes they just slips my mind what it was called. Oh yeah, there we have. That's one. That's a good one right there. Purify spray. So there's one right there. That's by the Beauty Mark line, which is really great. So that actually helps you, if it's like in between, you might want to try that spray. That's going to help with odor. But again, make sure if it's really strong, maybe try changing your tape because that might be the issue. Okay, next question. Anything? I'm putting on the Aperon unit this Sunday. Oh, nice. Good job. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Got to send us some pics. Be great to see. Actually, see, that's what I was thinking was your client that I was referring to too. Thank you. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? All right, so I'm going to give you guys like another couple minutes to think if there's any other questions. This is a quick one today. Usually sometimes we're here for an hour. Usually there's about a lag of a minute between what I say and what you're seeing. So another minute to kind of get any other questions you have. But next week, next 2 weeks, we're going to have our live again. I don't know if I'm doing, or what are we doing on our next live? Anything special? Do we know? Oh, it's going to be a surprise. It's a surprise to me too. I never know what we're doing. Might be tips and tricks, might be, we'll see. We will definitely let you know, but we will be back in 2 weeks. So again, guys, if by chance, you are looking for, a permed piece, feel free to, check them out on the website, superhairpieces.com. And yeah, if you've never tried curls, definitely try them out. There's something, worth trying and seeing if you like it. And if you need more help with picking the kind of curls, feel free. If you are in the GTA, you can come to any of our locations for a in-person consult. If you're not in the GTA, you can do online consultations with myself. I'm always available. Well, I'm not always available, but I'm available to take online consults, and I can definitely help you out picking out another curl, even if it's not even for this situation. If you're just looking to get information on how to get a hair system or what kind of hair system would work best for you or anything else, feel free to hit me up for an online, and I can definitely help you out with that situation. So that being said, thank you. Glad to have you. Any other questions, guys? Vincent, are they available with gray hair? Okay, so they will be available eventually with gray hair. As of right now, they're not. But it is a new product, so we do kind of get it out slowly. We start to incorporate new colors with the gray hair, etc. However, if you wanted to order, you can always custom order your piece. So that is something if you kind of want to get on that. But again, be patient. These things start to roll out as we get them out. Again, it's a brand new product. So right now, no gray, but there will be gray eventually. Any other questions, guys? We're all good? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me again today. Love you guys. And we will see you in the next couple weeks. Have a good one.